And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to helping you win in any marketplace. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. We're going to educate, entertain, enlighten, but most importantly, we want to engage with you so that we can help you win in any marketplace.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Now, we want you to save our hotline number in your phone because at some point you're going to need it. 813-670-7372. Give us a call on our hotline, 813-670-7372. And bookmark our website, consumerqb.com. A plethora of information available for you on our website at consumerqb.com. You can see links to all of our expert contributors there, the finest folks in all of Tampa Bay and the Gulf Coast region that we've assembled, we've vetted, and we bring on the show to help you win. It's Intelligent Talk Radio. We've got some intelligent folks here in studio with me today. We've got a husband-wife couple here, Mike Montemurro. Welcome in Infinity Medical.
Thanks, Brandon. Good to be here.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. Also, Kat Montemurro as well, Infinity Medical. Welcome in.
Thank you. A pleasure.
Yes, good stuff. So we had an interview a few weeks ago, and we just thought, man, that's not enough. It was such good information. We wanted to hear more about it, and this is an area that I think is just such a growing area. More people need to be made aware of the ways that you can battle aging. I mean, it's a really cool process.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we like to say you can't turn back the hands of time, but we can rewind the clock, so to speak. So
yeah, I like that.
A lot of people out.
That's good stuff. And with the show, we love to highlight these types of businesses and the ideas around it. So let's jump right into it. So, when we think about, Infinity Medical Institute, there's, first of all, why don't you give us a little background or just an overview, Kat?
Certainly. Infinity Medical Institute is a fabulous medical practice. We've been there for 9 years. We have a fantastic medical staff, medical director, Dr. Mariah Moffitt. We have several nurse practitioners that are there. Also our nurse, who was a patient at one time, Virginia, and is now our nurse. We have other staff members. We're there Monday through Friday. Monday we're there till 9 to 4, and then obviously Friday we close at 2. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we do the procedures in-house. We also have a lab facility to draw the labs for our patients and make it convenient for them. And we have several different services, but our primary service, obviously, what we're known for is the bioidentical hormone therapy. Very successful.
Bioidentical hormone therapy.
Yes.
Yeah, so the bioidentical, that's something that's really unique. When I learned about that, it's the way that it's derived, and it's going to match up more with the body than some of the other options.
That's correct. Yeah, very much so. Michael has been an expert in this as well. My husband, he was the CEO for, about 50 centers. And I said, you know what, it's time for us to just stay focused here in Florida, raising 2 girls. So it was necessary. And ever since then, we had an introduction here in Tampa. We were the first ones to start here in Tampa. I'm very proud of what we do. We treat over thousands of patients, been very successful with it. We monitor everything on them, and we'll get into that in a little bit as well.
Yeah, I love that. So let's kind of start. I'm thinking from a listener, maybe they're watching our TV show on WeBeam TV. Sure. What's some of the signs that people see? As you grow older, your testosterone's lower. You're not feeling as good. You're sluggish. Yeah. Could be a lot of dietary different things there. But what are you seeing, or what are you hearing back? I think from some of your patients.
There are a variety of things. Obviously, as we age, our hormones are depleted. It's inevitable. So we reverse the signs of aging, and we bring them back to their prime. To answer your questions, women are perimenopause as well as menopause, okay? So the signs initially are estrogen related, obviously, and that would be night sweats, hot flashes, chronic fatigue, irritability, and it's unfortunate, Some of the patients are diagnosed as depression, but that is definitely hormone related.
Right.
We focus on patient specific. Everyone has different needs, and we do that by symptoms and obviously by their lab. So every single patient is treated differently.
Yeah.
But there are a variety of signs. I have a woman who works out every day at Orange Theory. She eats very well. She doesn't have a thyroid issue, but as soon as we tested her hormones, we targeted the testosterone, and then we were able to balance her where she had increased endurance. She did fabulous on the therapy. She lost the weight. She wasn't frustrated. She wasn't getting discouraged, and she saw great results probably within 3 weeks.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that. And I like the idea of starting with a baseline. I think, when you get into the consultations, you'll learn more about, the first step is to find out, where are you at? Where's your baseline, right?
Right. Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
It's so important. You have patients that come in, and I would say 85% of them are female, and then the males are, it's been growing exponentially.
Wow, so 85% is female.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And then we also have male as well, and
Yep.
then we'll get into that in a little bit. But to answer your question, it's inevitable.
Yeah.
Patients, of course, come in and we target what the issue is, and then we keep them optimized throughout the
Yep.
year. And we do that by labs. And they come in, we draw labs every single time. We optimize them by their dosing, and it's sustained relief therapy throughout the year. So you're not fluctuating up and down. When you're dealing with other types of hormones, which are not the bioidentical hormones, you will find that they don't stay optimized. We call it masking the issue. We don't do that. We target the issue. And then we have sustained relief, which is called optimization throughout their therapy. So they'll constantly feel the benefits of the therapy.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's sustained release. Is that through the pellets?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. Yep.
So it's a nice delivery method. I think that's a key point as
Yeah,
well, the
yeah.
delivery method.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's nice about that is that with that sustained relief, there's no maintenance. So once we do the pellet therapy on the patient, they have 90 days of really maintenance-free, sustained therapeutic levels. We
Yeah.
like to call levels of prime. So we reset those levels back to what they had when they were in their 20s.
Yeah, that's a key word there, prime.
Yeah.
You think about prime, you think about athletes and different folks, but the idea, at least what I've heard too, around the different types of replacement therapies is that by bringing your levels up to where they should be or where they were in your prime, you're actually preventing Alzheimer's, prostate for men, lots of different things, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions about that, especially prostate. We found that the onset of prostate cancer comes from low testosterone, not high.
Right.
Dr. Morgenthaler, University of Harvard Medical School professor, wrote a book on testosterone for life. And it talks about the benefits of testosterone as we grow older, not, the impediment of testosterone. So it really does. He's even treating cancer patients with prostate cancer with testosterone therapy.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
there's a big misconception that was kind of debunked. It was some studies that were inaccurate from the 60s that have now been kind of debunked.
And I think I heard of that school, Harvard, right? You said Harvard.
A few
Okay, I've
people
heard of
have
that
gone
one.
there. I think there's a quarterback in Tampa. It might have gone there. I
That's
don't know.
right. Magic is it the Magic Mikowski guy or the yeah. It's
Fitzmagic.
Yeah, Fitzmagic. Wow. Yeah, interesting to see with the Bucks what they're doing there. But if you just joined us, I'm your host Brandon Rhymes. We're talking with Mike and Kat Montemurro, Infinity Medical Institute here in Tampa Bay, and it's a way that you can kind of rejuvenate your life. I mean, it's a way that you utilize technology, medicine at its best, and it's backed by science. We just talked about a Harvard study talking about the ways that this affects people, and even using it in cancer patients. So I think that's a big one. Let's talk about the consultations, Kat. When it comes to a consultation, somebody's listening, they may be viewing our show on the TV program, but when it comes to a consultation, is there a cost for that? They just come in and sit down with you. What does that look and feel like?
Consultations are so important. It's an introductory of our practice. It
Right.
actually educates people that come in. The cost, no. To answer your question, no cost at all. I think it's the most important part of the introductory because we go over the medical consultation. We have to see and review what's going on with them. And then we make a decision whether we can treat them, which usually is the case. And then we We discuss price, which is important. And
Yep.
then the most important thing I feel is for them to understand what we can deliver, how it works, which is letting them know that there's 5 treatments because we have a follow-up. The follow-up is after the baseline. I go over the cost. I go over the science behind it. I go by their symptoms. I also go and let them know about the labs. The labs are drawn, like I said, every time they come in. The labs are included. We also offer B12s. But more importantly, we allow them to know that because she's out of network, we provide them with all the insurance information. And then obviously what else they need. So they have all the information to submit to their insurance for reimbursement. The consultation is wonderful. It can last up to an hour. It all depends on how long it is, how many questions they have.
Right.
There's no rush. There is no cost. If they decide they want to have their labs done, there is a fee that goes towards their treatment therapy. So there's no additional cost. The fee will go towards the balance of the therapy.
Yeah, and that's something good to do anyways, is to get your blood work done, find out where your levels are, your cholesterols, your thyroids. So, all those different areas. It's making an informed decision based on, one of the most important things in your life is your health, So stay with us. When we come back, we're going to talk about, the different therapy packages that they offer at Infinity Medical Institute, and more from our expert contributors here in studio with us today. Do not touch that dial. We'll be right back after the short break. Stay with us.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to consumerqb.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by Platinum MVP Realty PlatinumMVPRealty.com. We've got some hot listings out there, and we would love for you to check out our website. You can do a search on MLS at PlatinumMVPRealty.com, and you can also value your properties there as well. I want to give a shout out to our official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. That's the Bilmar Beach Resort on beautiful Treasure Island, filled with fantastic and generous amenities to make your vacation that much more special. The Bilmar Beach Resort has been one of the most sought after destination in the Tampa Bay area and Treasure Island area for decades. And whether you're planning a corporate outing, a wedding, or just a family vacation, or a local, if you're a local, we call it a staycation, right? Bilmar Beach Resort, Treasure Island. Check them out. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take them up on special offers and incentives just by being a fan of the show. And Bilmar Beach Resort, the official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, we're back here in studio helping you win in any marketplace. We got Mike Montemurro, Infinity Medical, in the house. Also his wife, Kat Montemurro, Infinity Medical Institute, right here, conveniently located in Tampa, 1715 North Westshore Boulevard, suite number 100 here in Tampa. And all right, so we're kind of talking about the consultations. Of course, they're free. Go in, find out what your options are. And, when it comes to actual therapy, so kind of moving along the progression line there, when it comes to therapy, what's included in the therapy package? What can they expect there?
Sure. To finish the consultation, just so you know, if they decide to have their labs drawn that day, we immediately have them come back next week, because we'll have the results of their labs within a couple of days. And then that'll allow us time to meet with Dr. Moffitt, and then she does the dosing.
Let's stay on labs one second before we move, because I think that's such an important part of it. When you look at, kind of the time spectrum of in our diet nowadays, I think, when you look at what people are eating, the absorption rate, the harmful chemicals in foods, what are you seeing on some of these labs? What are you seeing? Certain things that always come up, like low this or high that, or
Well, I mean, almost anyone middle-aged, we're going to see low testosterone every single time.
Right.
So, I mean, we're talking about the sex hormones right there. But yes, I mean, we're seeing a lot with the lipid panels that we're running.
Yeah.
Some elevation in liver enzymes, obviously. We watch very closely diabetes. So if there's any blood sugar irregularities, because testosterone can regulate blood sugar. So we have many patients that are able to go off of their sugar medications.
Yeah.
Because they don't need them anymore. They don't need their, insulin. So we can regulate blood sugar. Blood pressure, same issue. I have a lot of guys that are suffering with ED issues. They don't realize the side effect is ED if you're taking a blood pressure med. So you have to make sure you're on the right one. But testosterone also has the ability to regulate blood pressure. So anybody with kind of borderline hypertension usually can get off of their blood pressure meds as well. So we're able to help people get off of a lot of medications.
Wow.
Some people are kind of, can I afford this? Can I not afford this? Sometimes we save them a fortune in the meds that they get off. Pat mentioned antidepressants, mood stabilizers. I mean, I know there's a lot of men that listen to the show. If your wife is suffering from those symptoms, she is irritable, she is moody, she's not sleeping well, she's having weight control issues.
Yeah.
It can be difficult and challenging in a marriage, especially if the gentlemen don't understand that, hey, this is what my wife's going through.
Yeah.
Because we don't. I mean, I didn't understand when Kat started that phase of her life.
Sure.
And I was saying, geez, what can you do?
Yeah.
Luckily, we knew the answer. But I see a lot of frustrated couples, and we save a lot of marriages.
Wow.
To be honest with you.
That's a great point. I think, and Dr. Mel Gray wrote a great book on it. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
Exactly.
Tony Robbins, I've been to his business mastery and in different courses, but just understanding, trying to understand, and then understanding that there's new science available, there's new research available these days that can help you, save your marriage and come in. So I think that's a great point that you brought up there, Mike, is that, women have these hormones as well. And we both have a spectrum of both types of hormones, right? All the different types of hormones. So maybe you can elaborate a little bit about that, as well, because I think it's important. Most time when you think about testosterone, people think the man and the guy working out, getting real big. It's not about that. It's about being healthy and elevating and living back to your prime.
Yeah, and that's exactly what people are telling us. A lot of people talk about this mental fog that they have, or they can't focus anymore. Testosterone related. Weight gain. Every single obese person has a deficiency in testosterone. Every single one. So it correlates directly to it. We have muscle loss.
Yes.
it reverses osteoporosis. So it actually regrows the bone.
Right.
So there's another medication that people may be on.
Wow.
So men and women. It increases muscle density for men and women, but by 17% without exercise. With exercise, it's 27% increase in muscle density.
Wow.
So we know that lean muscle burns fat.
That's
so
right.
it just helps them get into much better shape. But testosterone-related sex drive, really important in marriages. Men, our libido seems to stay in check most of our life, but females, after childbearing years, the interest is not there. And I have a lot of guys that say, I'm not interested either. Then it brings back the relationship. Once the intimacy is there, the romance kind of comes back. It's nice to watch these couples.
Right.
We have a lot of couples that are now, coming for therapy together.
Yeah.
Usually it starts out with one or the other.
Right.
Usually the wife starts and then she brings the husband. And he's like, I can't keep up with her. I don't know what's going on. So it's kind of nice to see that change, and that, a lot of empty nesters now having the intimacy back in their relationships.
Yeah. And I think in this world we live in, with there seems like there's a pill for everything, right?
Yeah.
The cholesterol, those are going to affect a lot. There's what they call unintended consequences, right? So the cholesterol, I think that's a big one for a lot of people. You mentioned the blood pressure, all these different pills that people take. So yeah, if you just joined us, by the way, we're talking with Infinity Medical Institute. We've got Mike Montemurro, Kat Montemurro here in studio, and we're talking about ways that you can live a better life, get back to your prime. So Kat, so we were kind of going into the therapy packages.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
The therapy packages is, what's the word? It's very reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
It actually includes the labs. It includes the therapy.
Yep.
The time with the doctors, as well as B12s. And you have 5 treatments throughout the year, not just 4. And I think that's it, right? Are we missing anything else?
The B12s are great when you have optimized testosterone, because it helps with your metabolism as well. Not just the testosterone increases the metabolism and your energy levels. And a lot of people complaining of energy levels.
Yeah.
On the cholesterol that you were speaking about earlier, it lowers cholesterol by 20 to 30 points naturally.
Wow.
But we are seeing an influx of elevated cholesterol. But we've also realized that they keep lowering the baseline and then wanting to get patients on the medications. So the baseline used to be at 220, and now it's at 210, and then it goes to 200, and then now it's at 190.
Wow.
So anybody over that, then they're going to put them on a medication unless they say, hey, I've got another way to control this.
Right.
And diet is important as well.
Yeah. And when you think about the years of compounding that, that type of thing, like I was put on statins at a very young age, mid-20s. And you think about those years of, having those types of in your system, and then you think about the liver, it really is a compound. It's like a very complex system.
You have to limit your tailgate intake, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Watch
Yeah.
your liver enzymes.
Yeah. Eat healthy, and, and making sure you're, trying to eat, more healthy as you go. Whole Body Fuel is, wholebodyfuel.com is one of the folks we'll talk about next segment, but they have these awesome meals that I eat, so I'm really trying to do all of the right things. And, so Infinity Medical right here on Westshore, you guys make it easy. So when you come in, you sit down, you go through the consultation, you pick out the therapy package, and then, you're able to get yourself into great shape.
Yes. Actually, there's only one therapy package because it works.
Okay.
Like I said, it's the labs every time they have therapy, the B12s, as Mike discussed about that, the benefits, and then your procedure.
Cool.
Procedure consists of, I don't know.
So that's the pellets.
It's
Talking
quick.
about the
We
pellets.
do it, and we do it in-house.
It's real
so
simple,
It's
I heard.
very simple. There's not even a stitch required.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. So it's a delivery system, because the opposite of that would have to be shots, right?
Right.
So people like the pellets over that. Seems
A lot of people are needle phobic.
Yes.
What we have seen too is that the injections pulse, so that they fluctuate. So they feel good for a couple of days, and then they tank back out. And it's very hard to regulate that. When we have a sustained release in the system constantly for the pellets, so you always have a therapeutic level in your system.
So we're talking about testosterone delivery system through a pellet.
Correct.
Right.
And estrogen.
Estrogen.
And we use estradiol in women, which is what women have when they're young and active. As women age, they develop more estrone. This is the only way to get a 2-to-1 ratio of estradiol to estrone.
Okay.
So,
interesting. Now, going back to the males, what is there a certain number where you want to be at and what you find most men starting their process at.
Yes.
And then they reach a certain level.
Yeah, we try to dial everybody. Everybody's going to be different. So
Yep.
each pellet therapy is customized for the individual. Our men, and keep in mind as we age, we have more bound testosterone and less free. So when we were younger, we had a lot of free. So we have to also keep that in mind. So, our males may be at 800 to 1200 nanogram per deciliter with testosterone in their system, but that's because that's where they're getting the benefit from.
Yeah.
And that's what we had when we were in our 20s, and that's our goal.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. To be able to, live that type of life and to utilize this technology and the best medicine that's available to us here in 2018, going into 2019 already. I mean, it's a great place to be. One of the best times to be alive as a human being here. This time that we have so many things afforded to us. So I really urge the listeners out there, viewers, if you just heard about this or you maybe heard some things about it, go find out exactly what it is for yourself. Don't hear it secondhand, because so many times people sway you with their opinion, the way they bring it to you. So stay with us. More from our expert contributors here when we come back after this short break. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Hi, my name is Joe Stalteri. I'm one of the owners of Complete Care Systems. At Complete Care Systems, we do carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, tile and grout sealing, wood floor and laminate floor deep cleaning, as well as stripping and waxing of linoleum and vinyl floors, and a whole lot more. We also run daily deals and special, which you can find at CompleteCareSystems.com, or simply call Tricia up at 727-364-5158, and she'll answer all your questions and give you over the phone free estimates. Or she'll send me out to your home or office to give you an on-site free estimate. At Complete Care Systems, we don't cut corners, we clean them.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show. And giving a shout out to wholebodyfuel.com, wholebodyfuel.com. Chef Brian Adamo and his team, Kevin, the guy, they do a great job putting together these wonderful meals delivered directly to your home or office. And wholebodyfuel.com is the website. Check them out. Convenient, healthy, delivered, organic. You got natural proteins. They got the world famous protein donuts as well, and they are awesome. Really good food, and I really enjoy it. Every Sunday I get my order dropped, and I tell you, it's like teasing the taste buds every day. Some new creations that he's rotating in, 49 different meal plans, 49 different meals that he rotates in. Wholebodyfuel.com. Check him out. Let him know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you, and take him up on those special offers and incentives just by being a fan of the show. Wholebodyfuel.com. And we're back here in studio helping you win in any marketplace. We got an open house going on this weekend. Friday, we've got an open house over here at 1370 Gulf Boulevard, unit number 401, Clearwater Beach. Bella Rosa condo, 3 bedrooms, 3 bath, $1.149 million. Just reduced down to $1.149 million. Friday, 4 to 8 p.m. Say hello to Aaron, one of our top buyer agents on our team, hosting this open house, 1370 Gulf Boulevard on Clearwater Beach. Beautiful properties here in Tampa Bay. Got another hot one here in Largo. We're doing an open house on Saturday, 11 to 2, 12091 145th Street in Largo. 3 bedroom, 2 bath property close to the beach. Right across the bridge is Indian Rocks Beach. You've got a marina. You got Krabby Bill's very close by, Nature Park, and just reduced as well down to $290,000. Beautiful property in Largo. One of the best things with this property is that it's close to the beach, but it's not in a flood zone. All right, so check out PlatinumMVPRealty.com for all of our real estate listings. PlatinumMVPRealty.com. All right, so we're in studio here today. We're talking with Infinity Medical Institute, Mike and Kat Montemurro here in studio, educating us around their awesome business they have, and it's helping people really, relive their prime, get back to their prime, living a healthier life, utilizing these bioidentical hormones, and so. We're kind of talking about, the different packages we talked about. And so I think you had mentioned, but how often do people need to come in with these packages?
Well, what we do, we have them come in every 3 months, 10 to 12 weeks.
Okay.
Male and females.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's real simple. It seems like it doesn't take a lot of your time either. So, to come in once every 12 weeks or so, it's a great, Well,
it's so rewarding because we have them on a schedule. They're optimized. We know how to balance them, with their hormones. And they come in and they have their appointments made and everything's ready to go for them.
And this isn't something you guys just started doing recently, right? You've been in business for a while now, right?
Yeah, we've 9 years.
9 years. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you. It is. It's so rewarding. We just signed up 22 new patients.
Nice.
Our only source of advertising is Florida Healthcare News, which you have an article. It's awesome.
Very cool.
Deborah Rogers. She's fascinating. She's been doing the therapy for 9 years. She has a lot of great things to say about it. And then referrals.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Very cool. Yeah. The statistics of businesses that last, less than 5 years and over 5 years. I mean, 9 years now, you guys are rocking.
Thank you.
Doing well. That's great.
I'm very proud.
And I think it's probably fulfilling, right? I mean, to see these couples, like you mentioned, coming in, just changing their lives, helping them lose weight, helping them achieve their relationship goals. Yes. I mean, it's got to be very fulfilling. It's
very rewarding. It's funny to watch, too, because like Kat mentioned, we do have women patients that come in and they won't have their hair done. They won't be wearing makeup. They don't feel good about themselves, and then we see this metamorphosis take place where they start to take care of themselves and they come in with new hairstyles and they have makeup on and they're dressing different and they get their swagger back.
Yeah.
So it's amazing to watch that change in individuals, the confidence that they get from the therapy when they start feeling good again and start feeling like their old selves.
Get your life back. You can't really put a number on that either, when it comes to a cost breakdown, right? It's, you can't put a number on that. And you guys were introduced by Debbie DeBickus and Becky over at Soho Wellness.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
love them.
They do
her.
a great job.
Yes,
don't
they do a great job.
Yep.
She's a wonderful businesswoman. She's a personal friend of mine. We established a great relationship. They've changed my life as well. Yeah.
Soho Wellness. I love it. I go down there, get my weekly massage, and they've got some great therapists.
Yeah, she's starting her weekend events
nice.
with her women, the yoga as well as therapy itself.
That's right.
Emotional therapy. She covers a lot.
Yeah.
She's great at what she does.
She's very talented.
Very.
Yeah. Very talented. And they've got a great team. I think they just redid their office too. They did some of their, the front room where they have some of the products in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Very
and
cool.
her daughter who works for her.
Yes, that's right. Becky. Becky,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Very cool. And so, with Infinity, I think one of the misconceptions I think people have, let's kind of take it male and female here. I think for males, misconception is, I don't want to bulk up. I don't want to be too big, those types of things. What do you say to that, Mike? What do you, when you hear that?
All we're doing, obviously if a person has a goal like that, we can work with them a little more closely. And I do have guys that want to do that. I have personal trainers that feel they're not getting the muscle mass they used to, and we can help them reach that goal.
Right.
But for the average male, that just wants to feel good and have his energy levels back, have his sex drive back, get his muscle tone back, get that weight control, we just replenish the deficiency.
That's right.
So we're able to dial in exactly to where they were.
Yeah.
When I have a guy come in, his testosterone is at 250.
Yeah.
I need to get him to 900, what he had when he was young and active and felt good. That's where we put him. If I have somebody that wants to achieve a different goal, then we might have to enhance that a little bit.
Yep.
But still in confines of good medical practice.
Right.
We're not getting that roid rage guy that has a level of 5,000 or he's doing the horse, injections. I mean, that's not what we do.
Yeah. Some of those you look at the, some of the gym guys or the sport itself is based on that, I believe, bodybuilding, right? I mean, that's what that sport is about.
Absolutely.
But this is completely different. This is just getting you to those levels, replenishing you back to where what would be the peak? Is it like 24, 25, 26? Is that where men start to peak as far as their levels?
Men our age are going to peak, in 900 to 1200 nanogram per deciliter.
Yep.
Some men want to be a little bit higher, and that's not a problem. I mean, we could get anybody up, in that 2000 range. But that's not common. I mean, most of the guys feel great down around 1200.
Right. Now, and we're talking about bioidentical testosterone.
Yes.
What about the growth hormone? That's a completely different, right?
And it's and the FDA, there's speculation on that, right? Whether it works, whether it doesn't. Is it good for you? It's the FDA approval is only for growth stunted young boys. But people have used it as a tool to try to rejuvenate muscle or bone or connective tissue,
right?
And to try to get some growth. We don't really dabble a lot in that. We will use Somorelin, which is an injectable that will produce your own growth hormone, but only to the level that your body will tolerate. It doesn't give you extra.
Gotcha.
And I think that's important.
And what was that called?
Somorelin.
Somorelin. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So with, so that's the male side. So the female side,
right.
What are you seeing in terms of, your average age of user, or when people kind of start seeing the downturn? Is it when they turn 30? What do you say to that, Kat?
I absolutely would say our oldest patient is 70 something.
Oh, our oldest is 80.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, but yes, it does. It begins in their 30s.
Yep.
I started actually at 37. I'm 49 now. I've been on it. It has served me very successfully, just able to maintain a business, raising 2 children. Obviously, and then
which is not easy these days.
No, it's
right?
not. And then I care for my mom, and I have a special needs brother, so I'm very busy. Yeah. And you know what? I am thankful I can do it.
Right.
It is. It's a blessing.
Yeah.
However, to answer your question, yes, 30s up to 80s.
Yeah.
And what will happen is, as always, perimenopause, the night sweats, hot flashes, irritability, tired. And how I can describe it is just you're washed out. You're not interested. You're disconnected. You start to get depressed. A lot of symptoms occur. You have sleep disturbances. So therefore, you're tired.
Yep.
So you don't have the energy to get up and go work out or just to be available emotionally or physically.
Yep.
So, yeah, there has been great success stories, not only personally, but also with their businesses.
Yeah.
I've turned around so many lives. It's extremely rewarding to know that I'm in a position where I can do that. I can deliver on what we actually do.
Yeah.
And then see the significant change in them to be alive, like Mike said, metamorphosize into something that's, something they'd probably never even expect in their life.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. It's a way that, you know, today you utilize the medicine, you utilize it there for what it's worth there. How many of your patients have a nutritionist that they're working with, or you know, because I think that's the other side of it, right? Is that you can have, you know, all the great, you know, what we've talked about today, the hormones, but if you're feeding the machine the wrong materials, it's not going to perform properly.
That's true, and a lot of them have you know, personal trainers, they have nutritionists.
Right.
But there's something missing. So we're kind of the final key. And then once they get the fuel in there, you know, then we always make a joke. I mean, if you don't exercise and don't eat right, you know, you can use the testosterone as like, you know, it's like putting jet fuel in your car. But if you leave it parked in the driveway, it's not going to do very good. Right. It'll run a lot better if you're using it efficiently. So, you know, that's kind of a parable we use. But,
yeah, awesome. All right, stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. When we come back, more from our expert contributors, Infinity Medical Institute, Mike and Kat Montemurro, and more from our expert contributors. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Jarek Robbins. You are listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show with Brandon Rhymes. Please do what it takes to learn all that you have to live the life you want to live it fully, and find a way to give it by paying it forward to others.
Get in touch with Brandon online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here. I'm your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, published author, professional speaker. Check out our book on Amazon, Become the MVP in Your Industry by Surfing the Radio Waves. We'd love for you to check it out, buy a copy. Part of our Business Growth Celebrity Academy that we launched with Ken Shamrock, the UFC Hall of Famer and WWF legend. More to come on details from that. But in studio today, we've got Mike and Kat Montemurro, Infinity Medical Institute, and helping you live a better life through, utilizing the bioidentical hormones and, technology and medicine at its best. I really think when you think about, where we're at right now, the greatest time to be alive, you can live a better life. You can really, I think the longevity too is something that a lot of people are underestimating. You hear people saying, oh, I just turned, 40 or whatever that their number is, right? They're going to complain about something, but, I don't need to learn that Facebook, or I don't want to learn that, these, right, whatever it might be. But, man, if you really think, I think our lifespan is going to be past 100 with some of these newer generations being born.
And that's important. And why wouldn't you want to live those years with quality of life?
Exactly.
You know, instead of being miserable or out of energy or not being able to be engaged.
That's right.
And that's what we're about is giving you that quality of life, you know, for the years that are left, you know.
That's right. The highest quality you can. I mean, I think that's the best way. I mean, if you can be in great shape and then, you know, die in your sleep at night or, you know, whatever happens, you know, at that point. But, you know, rather than, you know, struggling through life, low energy, low libido, you're missing out on so much, not being able to, you know, not you know, being overweight, not feeling like you want to get out of bed and go to your kids' games or whatever it might be, right? Supporting. So we kind of left off on diet. I thought we might just touch on that a little bit. You know, diet is one of the biggest things. You know, we've had some nutritionists on the show, and over the years, you know, I was a personal trainer at one point back when I was first out of school, but, you know, an athlete. I played at USF on the football team, but, you know, I feel like I know, you know, a good amount about nutrition and diet, but so many people, they don't have a really a baseline. They don't know. I mean, correct. What are you seeing over there? And you guys said you may have some plans that you can give people.
Yeah, we have a weight loss plan, a program where we use a natural stimulant, appetite suppressant that works extremely well. But every time we do that, Pat makes sure that they're put on a diet regimen because it's really important that the nutrition side balances it out. We can give you the testosterone, you know, which is going to help you burn fat and build muscle. But, you know, if you want to feed the body right and get the right proteins to develop the muscle correctly, you know, you really do have to have a program at hand.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are frustrated because some people come to us that are already on a good nutrition plan and they're still lethargic and don't have the benefit of the gym. And they're saying, wow, something's still wrong. Once we get them on a therapy, then it just comes all together.
I tell you, you know, if you get up in the morning, you know, and some people aren't morning, you work out at night, whatever. But if you get up in the morning, you get that gym workout in, you're eating right, you get on the plan, and you're just going to get momentum. I mean, I think that's what you're providing people is just that extra shot of momentum, get your hormones to where they need to be, and then with, you know, you couple that with, you know, some vitamins and you know, the basic stuff. And we know, you know, it's so easy. Like we know what not to eat these days. I mean, it's all out there. We've all heard it, you know, the white breads and the, you know, the stuff like that, the sugars. Yeah. So we know to eat more leafy, you know, vegetables, eat from the rainbow, you know, have the purple fruits and the veggies and all the good stuff. So I think knowledge is not the key. I think it's something like this that will give them the momentum. This is going to get you feeling better, get you some momentum, and then you're going to have momentum on your side.
We see it a lot with patients that they get motivated because then you're actually seeing results.
Yes.
You know, when you're stuck, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
But when you start to see results, it is motivating. You know, when I go to the gym and I start to see results, I get excited. You know, then you want to go.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you know, I used to be a guy in there yawning. You know, I literally was exhausted. I'm like, what am I even doing here? Getting no results. I just want to get out of there.
Yeah. And now, you know, you get that pump. You know, I feel, you know, rejuvenated myself. You know, you get that pump in and you're like, wow, you know, you don't really, and you don't have to do as much of hard work to get the same results. I think that's a big one too, as far in the gym.
And Kat, I mean, I'm not going to share her age, but she's middle-aged and she's in there in a boxing class now and she's loving it and she's doing fantastic. And they go for an hour and 15 minutes. And she takes my daughters and she keeps up with them, which is really funny.
Oh,
my
yeah.
girls are,
it's a lot of fun.
You know,
Title boxing. I love it. It's
That's
in Carrollwood.
great.
Yep. Great trainers.
Yeah.
Great atmosphere. Music is fun. You know, they're extremely encouraging.
Yeah.
Love them.
But she can compete at that level.
And I think that's a great point you brought up there, Mike, is that, you know, if instead of just doing the cardio, you jump on the treadmill, you walk, or you know, pick your, you know, you mix it up. You do a little yoga one day, you maybe get into Pilates for a few weeks, you do the bike spinning classes, you know, you mix it up. You play racquetball with a friend, whatever it might be. Absolutely. I think that's the key, because so many times people, they don't look forward to going to the gym and get a partner, you know, get a partner to work out with, or a group class. There's so many options these days to have fun while you are working out. All right, moving right along. So we talked about a special that you guys may have for our listeners or viewers of our show.
I think a good starting point is always getting your labs done. You can come in and meet Kat and I. You can walk through the center, see what we're all about, meet the practitioners. But important to get the labs done. They'll tell us exactly where you're at, and then you can make a conscious decision on if that's the right fit for you. But I'm confident we could help anybody out there that has heard some of these things today that say, hey, I think that's me.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody needs to know where the baseline is. What's your cholesterol level? What's your thyroid? Does it get into the vitamin levels too? Like certain vitamins, vitamin D, I think it's one of the biggest ones.
We run an extremely full panel on the patient and see where all the deficiencies are, cortisol levels, those kind of things. And then I think, Kat, you're running a special. It's normally $550 for the labs, and I think we're going to do it for any of your listeners that mentioned the show that it's $100 if they want to have a full hormone panel, full comprehensive lab panel done.
Wow. Thanks for doing that. And let's give out the number right now, 813-670-7372. Give us a call or a text. Infinity Medical Institute offering a $100 special for your lab work. And think about it, guys and gals out there, listeners, friends of the show. When's the last time you had your lab work done? Think about that. And this is a $100 offer to come in, get introduced to this type of an opportunity. 813-670-7372. You can call or text our show to that line, 670-7372. Call or text, and just let us know that you want to have a consultation with Infinity Medical. We'll put you in touch, and that's an outstanding offer. ConsumerQB.com is the website in case you're driving. You don't want to text right now. ConsumerQB.com. Just submit an email form. It comes directly through to myself and my team, and we're going to make sure we get right back to you before our head hits the pillow. So that's a great offer. Everybody needs to know what their lab work is anyways.
It's important.
That's something you have to know.
And the nice thing is we check it 4 times a year, 5 times a year, where most people, if you go to your general practitioner, it's once a year. We catch a lot of things sometimes from patients, so it's really nice that we're on top of that.
And that's a big one, isn't it? I mean, especially something, as big as cancer or one of those things. I mean, if you can see that something's out of whack, then it's going to say, hey, that's going to trigger a little red flag. You might want to go to the specialist and get double checked. And that's the difference of life and death right there.
Absolutely.
Finding it early. And let's touch on athletes, because I think it's a popular part. We got the quarterback show here. We have the sports metaphor going on, but athletes are using this. I mean, I would think, I would venture to say a large percentage of MLB, NFL, basketball, almost a lot of the athletes are probably utilizing this, something along these lines.
Yes, we have a lot of athletes, obviously, because of HIPAA we can't disclose, but because it's all natural, even if they're tested, they don't test dirty or anything like that, because these are all natural. We're just replacing with natural testosterone.
Yeah.
On a molecular scale, it's 100% identical to what the body produces. So, I mean, it's safe and it's effective, and they can maintain, a very fit, high level of athleticism on the therapy. It helps them maintain, their careers.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's super cool. And while we're on the bioidentical, is it derived from a yam?
It's a leafy vegetation. Yeah, it's a Mexican wild yam plant.
Wow.
So
pretty cool, man.
Converted to match the hormones.
Nature is awesome, isn't it?
It is awesome.
Man, it's there for us, and now we utilize the technology. All right, so let's talk about the O shot. So we got an O shot here. So what? How do we describe that? What's the O shot all about?
O-shot's PRP. I'm sure a lot of people have heard about PRP now. We're doing
protein-rich plasma, is it? PRP?
Platelet-rich plasma.
Platelet-rich plasma.
And so in that plasma are stem cells, regenerative stem cells. So we draw that from the patient, their own blood, so it's very safe.
Yeah.
For females, the O-shot is to correct either urinary incontinence or women that are having problems with sexual response.
Yes.
Or climax.
Okay.
For males, it's for ED.
Right.
And, we have a special therapy where we're able to re-inject those platelets into the body in certain specific areas that regenerate the tissue, nerve endings, and blood flow.
Wow.
Therefore, reversing the ED or the urinary incontinence issue that the women are suffering.
Well, I tell you, I learned a lot today. That's a lot of information, great information. And on that note, with the PRP, that's where they can put it in a knee, or, a bad part of the body. You had a knee tear or one of those things. So, Mike Montemurro, Kat Montemurro, thanks so much. Great show today. Lots of good information, and I would urge our listeners, viewers, go check them out, say hello, and just mention that you heard the interview. They'll kind of know where you're coming from, and sit down, take them up on that offer, a $99 special, $100 special on the lab draw, and you need to know where you're at. So we care about you. We want you to take them up on that offer. And Infinity Medical, the website is infinitymedicalinstitute.com as well. So yeah, thanks for coming in, guys. We really appreciate it. And we want our listeners to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Pack up some food or clothing, hand it to that person that you see in need. Do some volunteer work. Be a force for good in the community. Maybe go visit a nursing home, say hello to the folks folks in there, read a book, tell them a story, and listen to their stories. Be kind to one another. We'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.
Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 102.5 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on WeBeam TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing utilizing some of our innovative strategies. We utilize the Real Geeks platform, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, and a lot of the traditional methods as well. Postcard mailers mailed for you, postage, signage, business cards, all paid for by the company. Aggressive real estate splits and ways to help you win in any marketplace. We need you to go out, take applications, and work our plethora of leads that we're generating on a daily basis. Reach out by clicking the form below, and we'd love to have a confidential interview with you.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.